Hey uplifters, welcome back to our channel. So I have a new video for you guys today. Um and it's something a little different than I think we've done on this channel before, and hopefully Sean and I get to do one like this together. I guess I'll be the start of us doing these kind of videos. And so if I have any Dragon Ball Z fans or lovers out there, you're really gonna like these videos. Um, like Sean and I, we love some Dragon Ball Z. We both grew up on Dragon Ball Z, and if you really think about it and compare us believers to, the Saiyans, Goku and Vegeta, like you can see a lot of similarities and see like how we should be as believers, how they train to get stronger. That's what we should, what we should be doing, trying to get our stronger in our faith. Um, be going to God's word as much as they train. Like so, hopefully, you guys are gonna like this video. This first one is about Vegeta, um, and specifically him being humble. And I we saw on YouTube actually, because there are plenty of people out there that make like their own let's see, like mangas or storylines of stuff. And so let me pull up this person's um, YouTube because I want to tell y'all. So if you want to see the actual video that they posted, because it's a really good storyline. Like I wish they would finish it because it's not finished. 'Cause it's really good, and I'd love to see what else happens. Um, but yes, this person's YouTube is called Mondo Cool. So Mondo Cool, COOL. So y'all should definitely check out his channel and watch the Inter-Multiversal War. That's where what I'm going to talk about today is coming from. And yeah, let's get into it. So yeah, Vegeta being humble. That's what we're talking about today. And before I fully just dive into like all the Vegeta stuff, I'm gonna just kind of tell y'all a little bit about the overall storyline. Um, so this is coming from this starts after the Tournament of Power, right? So Dragon Ball Super, if you've watched it, Tournament of Power, I feel like everyone should watch that. It's amazing. It's great. Um, but so after that is when this story starts. And so 17's wish, there's some other consequences of him wishing all the universes back. Because he didn't just wish the ones that were um, gotten rid of in the tournament. It brought back all of the universes that were erased. So apparently there were a total of 18, not 12. So those other universes are back now. So all those angels that were associated with um, those universes, all those destroyers, uh, and all of them are back. And so you can kind of look at it as like good versus evil, like the dark angels versus the light or the good angels or whatever. But all of them are back now. Frieza, who was brought back to life at the end of the Tournament of Power, he took over. And I almost wanted to say she because it kind of sounds like a she, Frieza's voice. But apparently it's a he. But I digress. I'm getting off topic. Um, he destroys one of the universes that has come back. Um, he destroyed that destroyer and became that universe's destroyer, gaining even more power. Because Frieza is after all the power. Um, still learning how to switch back and forth. Sean normally does this. I don't normally do videos with the PowerPoints and switching back and forth. But um, yeah, so all universes are back. Frieza is back and more power than ever as a destroyer. And um, the way that these other universes were destroyed, the prime minister, the like head angel, the father angel, he's the one who got rid of all the other universes um, that were destroyed before the tournament of power happened. And um, when they're finding out there are all these other universes, um, before that, the prime minister brings back all the angels for a meeting to like tell them what's going on because he can see all those universes are back. They don't know yet, and um, his I guess former wife, the mother of the angels, she sneaks into this meeting and starts just letting all of them know because they didn't know what had happened or what their father had done. And the other destroyers and those angels come in too. And it looked like it could be a fight ensuing. But before anything can happen, the prime minister freezes them. And this freeze won't last for too long. It's a 2-year freeze where he froze all the other um, angels and destroyers um, that were just reawoken. So um, so the prime minister, he puts out this news to everyone, to all the universes, kind of letting them know that there's a war coming, to kind of warn them, let them know. And so everyone is getting prepared. We go to our people in Dragon Ball Z. Uh, we see them. Uh, Vegeta is just coming back from training, and so he goes and he asks Gohan what he plans to do over these next 2 years. If he's gonna study or if he's gonna train. And Gohan says he wants to do both. Um, and Gohan goes to Krillin and Yamcha and Tien um, to see if they want to help and try to get them to help as well. And Gohan has an idea for them to train on Universe 9. So we're past just um, training here on Earth. Like we're going to other universes now in this story. Because if anyone's watched just Dragon Ball Z, it's kind of gets to be like the joke that especially Yamcha being like the weakest and not really being much of a contributor as far as when these fights happen and stuff and they go to train. So, like Yamcha, Tien, and Krillin, the three humans, because everybody else, I guess, who's doing all the fighting, they're not human. They're Saiyans. They are in the world, but they are not of the world, just like us believers are. But that's kind of the stage set. Everybody's starting to get ready for this multiversal war. So we're gonna get into Vegeta and his part in getting ready for this war. Okay. Too far. Okay. Got it. So this first slide, let's talk about pride. If you know Vegeta, you know he is a prideful man. He uh, is filled with pride for his race, for being a Saiyan, for his family. And I know pride can be looked at as a negative thing.
Misconstrued.
It can misconstrue. Thank you.
A lot of fans do.
Yes, as something negative. But when used correctly, it can be a great motivator. It can be something positive. I'm actually just look up the definition real quick of pride since we're here, and I tell y'all what pride means. Okay, so definition of pride: a feeling of deep pleasure or satisfaction derived from one's own achievements and okay, achievements. The achievements of those with whom one is closely associated or form qualities or possessions that are widely admired. Okay, so Vegeta, you will hear him throughout Dragon Ball Z, throughout um, the Tournament of Power, throughout him in this world talk about his Saiyan pride, um, because he just holds Saiyans up, his race, which is extinct now in Universe 7. It's only him and Goku that are left, and then their children are half Saiyans. But they're all that's left of their race, Vegeta and Goku. So he's very prideful of his race. They were a great warrior race, um, and very strong people. So as far as Vegeta's pride, like I was kind of saying just a second ago, pride of the Saiyans, this warrior race that didn't didn't take no stuff. They were ready to fight. They were strong. They were powerful, um, and also very proud of his family, his new family that he has created here on Earth. His wife Bulma, his two kids Trunks and Bulla or Bora. I don't know how you say it. I've seen it spelled Bulla and heard it pronounced like that on the show, and then I've heard it say Burra, like with Bur something. So I don't really know which one you say, but Bulla, Bora, however you say it. But yeah, like he's proud of his family. So his wife and his kids. As much as she doesn't show emotion, you'll see throughout the show. But let someone do something to Bulma. Oh, you're in for some trouble. Even Beerus could have got some wrath from Vegeta for doing something to his Bulma. You get the My Bulma thing you've watched. But some of these pictures that I'm showing you guys, um, as far as Vegeta in this story, he plans to go to Universe 6 to their Saiyans because their Saiyans are not extinct. They're alive and well and all on the planet. He wants to train all the Saiyans before this war and get them ready because who's going to defeat a Saiyan army? And like Vegeta's mind, this very proud man of his race. So uh, this smaller picture here in the middle, this is him like on his way to getting uh, to the actual king once he's made it to Universe 6. This is him actually meeting the king. And if you can see the writing, normally just watching the show, you see Vegeta introduce himself as the Prince of Saiyans. And here, he doesn't do that. He introduces himself just as Vegeta. He didn't come to the king like trying to put himself up here on his level. He humbles himself. He puts himself down here underneath the king, letting him, um, showing the king the respect that he deserves and should have. And even before Vegeta gets there, um, the king already knows. He's been alerted, and his people ask, "Or do you even want to see him?" And he agrees. The king agrees to go and see Vegeta. So, as far as meeting the king, he's met him. He starts to talk to the king, and the king asks him a question. The king asks Vegeta, basically his story, and because Vegeta's just ready to train these Saiyans because he thinks this is the best way to prepare for this war, and the king kind of doesn't really want to do that. The king is like, I don't want to be part of all of this, but I don't think, and I think Vegeta knows and thinks he's not going to have a choice. Once this war starts, it's kind of any and everybody. So it's better to be prepared than to be unprepared and lose everything, lose everyone. You could have saved so much more if you get prepared. They have 2 years to prepare. But one thing that Vegeta does when he comes to the king, he bows. This is like huge. You can see like in the background of like this picture here, like they're surprised that the Vegeta is down on his knee, like bowing to the king. Like this is such a strong, proud man, right? Like he would never normally do anything like this, but he brought himself down. Instead of trying to come up to where the king is, he humbled himself. He brought himself lower. And before we keep going, let's look up the word humble. What does that mean? And the word humble means having or showing a modest or low esteem of one's importance. So him being modest in who he is and bringing himself down. Like he didn't have to do that, and he normally doesn't do that. The proud man that he is, he wants you to know where he stands up here as the prince of all Saiyans. Since his father was the king, he is the prince, and he chose not to do that this time. And I know us as believers, I know we're called to do that. You can't come into every situation on level like 10. Sometimes you have to come down to level 1. Even though you might have more experience, have more whatever it may be, and you feel like you should be up here, but God calls us to bring ourselves back down to level 1. So that's all for this video. I didn't want to do too much, but I'm sure Sean and I will both do this one together, and there's plenty more of the story. So I'll definitely talk more about in the next one how he's training the Saiyans and what that kind of looks like. But this is all for today, you guys, and I can't wait to see y'all guys next time, and I hope you guys enjoy this video. Please like, comment, and subscribe so we can keep doing these kind of videos and all the other types of videos that we do. So can't wait to talk to you guys next time. Bye.